Hey, what's going on, people? What's up? It's going good here. Filming another, I would say, weekly planning video, but this is the second one that I've done, and let's see. I would have to look back at the upload date, but I would say it's been at least a month, an entire month, since I filmed my first one. So this weekly Plan With Me video, it's going to be a monthly Plan With Me video. Because obviously that's how it goes down. That's the type of upload schedule I have, folks. So just before this video, I found out how to upload instead of 720p, I can upload in 1080p. So this one should be a lot more clear. You can see the details in these pages that I'm about to explore and show to you folks. And pretty much show to my future self what I was doing back in, let's say, May 2019. So let's get started. Feel free, subscribe, enjoy the channel, keep up with what I'm doing. And also, if you feel like helping, if you want to be a sponsor, you can have your logo, name, anything you want. This second little spot right here. Selling ad space, folks. Send me money. That's the point of all this. Send me money. But also here to help you guys out. Show you what exactly I'm doing with this. What do you call it? A personal size? I call it a fatty. This is my fatty notebook. Look how big this is. So what I've been doing is I'm gonna go through an overview and then go back through each page. But what I've been doing is putting sticky notes. So whenever I come across a pad of sticky notes, I take it and I insert it inside of these pages. So originally I liked the 3.5 by 5 inch. Yeah. Or it's 3 1/4 and 5.5, one of those. But that fits this notebook very well. But then sometimes I got to grab what I see, and what I saw was these square sticky notes. So with these square sticky notes, I put one here and I put the other one there. And over time, I noticed instead of placing them on the inside, I place them on the outside. Why? Because as this gets thicker, this is rounded. And when you use sticky notes and you put them on a round surface, they don't stick as well. I find they stick the best when they're on flat surfaces. So this portion of the notebook always stays flat. This side kind of curves. So most of the sticky notes I put either flipping this way in because it's flat, or bottom to middle. So I can say if I fill this one out, get to the bottom, I can just alternate it to see it, or if I'm filling this one out, I can put this one on top. Either way, I haven't quite figured out a note-taking system, and I've been looking at lots of other people's videos, and I want to get some sort of traveler's notebook with these rings, rubber rings somewhere around the end, but I haven't figured out what sort of style I want to do. So in the meantime, I'm coining this a sticky notebook system because I got lots of sticky notes in here. So let's start off. First, is what's going on now. And then one thing that I do want to always do is work out. A healthy lifestyle. So as far as the healthy lifestyle, I actually did write on the sheets of paper, the line grid sheets of paper. And next to it, see, this is my last month when I had them, the adhesive side on the inside. So a couple of things I want to do is definitely stay healthy. So I put my workouts, I say maybe 12 pages in. And I wrote that in. So that's not moving anywhere. That is a solidified decision. Everything else is temporary because I get to move it around. Haven't moved it around much, but this is the only thing that's definite, the workout section. After that, I had some SS Secret Shop stuff that I was doing by the week. Oh, just writing some notes. Oh, and then I use this little hair tie to keep me, to bookmark the pages that I'm on. Man, getting nervous talking on the camera. I'm not even in front of the camera. Why am I nervous? Okay, so it comes with one, which is helpful, but these are really helpful because you can just, as soon as you flip it open or lay it down, it goes right to it. All right. Then I have lots of pages. Like I said, I came up on a leftover sticky note someone had laying around, so I used all of them. Got some purple ones, a lot of blue ones. The size I really like, 3.5 by 5. And I just filled it up. Even in here it's filled up. Oh, this right here, this is a neat way to store pens. So I lost the pen that I was using, which was, didn't pay too much for it, but I lost it. I went and did an assignment this weekend, a sampling assignment, and in order to get paid, I had to have the person sign out. I let them use my pen, and I walked away. And I think I left it. She took it. I saw her later. She said she didn't have it, and I went back to the counter where we're at. It wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but it was gone. So this is a pen that they have, and I wouldn't say hundreds, but at least 50 pens. Everyone has one at the register. So it's not too important or sought after, but the thing is, it fits in here perfectly. And it kind of snags on the way back so it doesn't come out. So this isn't the pen I necessarily wanted, but it fits with the theme that I've been having lately of, if I don't have it, I don't really need it. And that's kind of the philosophy I've been trying to live by. Because most of the time, I'll come on YouTube, I'll look at these Traveler's Notebook videos and Hobonichi Weeks, and I'll look at all this stuff, and then people really get into like buying stickers and adornments and all these sort of things, and they look wonderful, but then I just have to stop and tell myself that everything I need, I already have. So it'd be nice to purchase those things, but I can make all that work here. Like, someone has a cute little frog drawn in there, their monthly layout, or stickers on their monthly layout. Hey, I can draw a frog. Or, I don't need to buy all this stuff. The main point of this is to get things out of my head onto paper, and then into some sort of like list that I can manually go back and check to say, hey, you're staying on task. Because nowadays, I use my cell phone for everything. But the thing is, cell phones require like switching screens and inputting things, and you can't put things exactly where you want them. So I find a lot of time I spend just staring at the cell phone. And it has that television screen effect where you just look at it, and for me, I just like blank out. I'm looking at it, I think I'm doing something, but I don't know, 50 seconds, 2 minutes go by, and I'm still just looking at the screen. I haven't done anything. With a notebook, I noticed I'll get lost just like then, have a little brain fart. But if I have something written down like this, I can just go right back to it. So let's get into each one of these pages. Let's get a little closer look and see what's been going on with me lately. All right, front page. Oh, let me get the jitters out. Shake my hands and breathe. All right, nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm not even on camera, like I said. All right, so this page right here, I don't use it anymore. I need to take these off. But this was a flat pen that was so convenient by Bobino. Bobino. It just clicks in here, and you always have a pen with you. But the problem is, this little thing is not comfortable to write with. So I'm not necessarily journaling, but just holding this thing, it fits to the palm of your hand. That's okay. But the circumference of it, it's just not comfortable. So once the ink ran out of that, I was done with that. So first page, it's called Next 24 Hours. And these are things I'm supposed to do in the next 24 hours. So whether I get it done today or get up first thing in the morning, tomorrow I'll do it. It's important that I do it. And so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 things that I said that I deemed important to do within the next 24 hours. And I only did a third of them. So they were make, chill hop, move to VIO, change video storage from SD card to internal. Okay, so I did that. I changed the videos to store on the internal card because my, 32 gigabyte card, which 27 of 29 is filled up. It will not record this video. So this is recording to the hard drive. So it shouldn't run out, but then again, like I said, I have, I switched this to, ooh. I'm sorry, I was watching a bird attack a squirrel outside. That was interesting. He was chasing him across the street. All right, so back to this. So move this to the internal storage card. So I did that. So this video wouldn't be recorded if I didn't do that. And just before I recorded it, I found out instead of 720p, I can record in 1080p. Or 720p, 1080, yeah. So this is in 1080, so hopefully it doesn't run out. Next, record April flip through. And what's up, B? Bam! That's what I'm doing now. So let's check this off. As long as this records and you're watching this video, I did this task. So within the next 24 hours. What else? On time through practice. And time how long? Okay, so that was a note to, if I'm going out the house, I need to start being on time to these places I'm going to. Case in point, I went to the Michigan Works office, which is not very far. Like, it's literally a couple of blocks away. And it was at, I think, 9 I had to be there. Or, no, 11 I had to be there. Why did I get there? Like 9 minutes late. And it doesn't even take me 9 minutes to get there. So I wasn't able to do that class because I wasn't on time. So I did not accomplish that this week of being on time. So I will move this over to the laptop pretty soon. Next, the sticky notes. No, group notes. So a lot of notes on here. And I've done some of these. Like these three, BDC Southfield, Martez, and BI Worldwide. These were jobs leads that I ran into Leslie. She explained to me that, hey, you could be a travel planner. You say you want to like be in the airport and go in all these different places, trying to get a job at these 3 companies. So I did. I applied to 3 jobs. These 3 companies, I think 2 jobs each. But I need to go back and apply for more. But I did it, so that is checked off. That's a little note I wrote down while I was at the store. Just happened to run into Leslie. Do I buy milk? Benny Blanco. Oh, some person this guy I listened to I thought was interesting. I still haven't checked him out, but Benny Blanco. I'll put it on my Spotify, see if I like it. Sean, mother and daughter, wrote down their number. Oh, learn Chinese as a job and a gig. I ran into a wonderful young lady that I spoke to for at least like maybe 30, 45 minutes. When I was at the store, she was actually like not going to be there the next couple of days. She was going to like Ukraine or Czechoslovakia, but wonderful, wonderful girl. She has 2 N's in her last name. And after talking to her, she like opened my eyes to, you need to get back out and travel. I don't have too much holding me down. I could literally do it. Like it's something I wanted to do about a decade ago, just never did. But talking to her just kind of opened my eyes and ears to that opportunity once again. So learn Chinese as a gig and become a English teacher in a non-native country around the world. All right, what is Evaluators Group online? Okay, I didn't check that out, but just rode past this place that said Evaluators Group. a lot of the jobs and stuff that I do now is doing like auditor type work for companies to figure out how new customers relate to their business. So when it said evaluators, I was like, maybe that's another company that does that. It might be evaluators, like something to do with the survey in the ground or something. I don't know. All right. Code Grease, one man. Don't know what these are. 15. Oh, this guy on the bus told me 15 Mile in Gratiot has a thrift store, and in the back they give away things for $1 on certain days. So I have to look into that. So I'm not throwing this sheet away, but eventually I'll do some things on it. Now this right here, the monthly spread, April. I've went through April, and I think I did the first video. I think I did on this. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I might. No, I did one more. I did a March. So I did it sometime in March. I was supposed to do another walkthrough of this somewhere in the middle of April. Never did it. Now, technically, see, this was week 14, week 15, week 16, week 17, week 18. Now it's like May 11th. So technically, this is a week 20 walkthrough, because I haven't even made up the monthly calendar for this month. And next to that is a weekly task list. So things that should be done, not necessarily in 24 hours, but if I have a good week or want a good week, I should do these things within that week. And for this week, it was apply for 4 separate jobs, create pages in Excel for tracking a spending tracker, apply for a food handler certificate, food handler's license. I wrote that twice, mistake. Clear up space on the BB BlackBerry, which is something I had to do in 24 hours. So some of this stuff is repetitive. I wrote it down twice. I need to make a week 14 task. So that's like the first week of April. And didn't do that, as you can see right here, week 17. And I was doing a little week 18, because I didn't get around to it. But this is week 20, and I've accomplished my week 13 task. Right. So as of right now, I couldn't buy a pre-printed planner, because if I did, I wouldn't get the stuff done. It would be like blank pages and blank pages upon blank pages, and I'm just kind of going at my own pace. And having this here is good for me, because I know at least I'm getting it done. The time frame that I'm getting it done, like, that's nothing to write home about. That's nothing to brag about. But that's what it is. At least it's getting done. My week 13 task didn't get done till week 17. So download Filmora app to make YouTube and mobile videos. So I'm actually not using Filmora Go to make this. I'm using KineMaster. Well, I used KineMaster to do my last video. The last couple ones anyway. Filmora Go is good if I do a video and I do like no editing, hardly, as far as like splicing things up. Like, this is a one-take video, so Filmora Go might be a good video program to use. I only have 2, so I can use Filmora if I don't want to edit too much, or if I just want to do like a color filter. And if I actually want to like splice videos up, I'll use KineMaster, because it's a little bit more. I don't know how to exactly qualify, but the way the program is set up with a linear feed, KineMaster makes more sense to cut things up, because I can visually see it more. All right, make bottles of lotion. Oh, did that. Make bottles of antiperspirant, because make my own deodorant. And make hairspray oil, because I make my own hairspray. So I'm trying not to do the cancer thing and putting different ingredients and chemicals and products in my head or in my body, where if I flip over to the back of the container and I read it, like, if it doesn't say things like this: water, organic lemon juice from concentrate, fair trade organic sugarcane, organic watermelon. Like, if I can't pronounce it, I try not to put it in my hair, on my skin, Consuming is another thing. I pretty much consume what I can kind of get my hands on because beggars can't be choosers with the price of food. So, but as far as making things, it's cheaper to make it than to go out and buy it and keep buying it. So that's what I've been doing with lotion, antiperspirant, and hair oil. Now moving on to week 17. 20 minutes. This video is just going to be for me and people that know me that are interested in what the hell Brian is doing. All right, so PDF of wish list. Didn't do that. Change, fix, work insurance. Okay, so I fixed my insurance this week. Last week. Oh, these candles are making me not be able to talk. Jeez. Open the window in here. Ugh. Yeah, that does get in your lungs. Man. All right, where are we at? Not editing. Not editing. Gonna keep it going. Finish this up. Next, I got a page things. Move it down. Things to get while I'm out. I'm out. And I did that. This is just a good page for me to remember to look at while I'm out. And sometimes this gets so thick, I don't like carrying it in my pocket. So if it's too much bigger, if I don't slim it down, I'm not even going to carry this places when I'm out. I carry it, but I keep it in the bag instead of keeping it in my pocket. So this is as thick as it's going to get, but I need to thin it down a little bit. And it was check P.O. Box for a check. Check was there. Get some NyQuil cold syrup. So yeah, this was back in March. Got that because Michigan, the weather is hot one day, then cold the next day. Goes from below freezing, 30 to 45 the next day. You think it's warm, but at nighttime it drops back to freezing. So got a little bit of the sniffles, a little bit of a cold. This was my first next 24 hours. I did good on this one. This was check YouTube comments, make a YouTube comment, copy and paste note page, meal prep 4 salads and snacks, juice, make 2 juices, 1 for brunch, put them in 2 jars, pick up deposit checks, drive to Auburn Hills to set up, download instructions, print out EVF forms. Okay, so that was done. Apply for jobs with Leslie. So I can say this is complete. Next page. How abouts? Yeah, I got some of these done. Won't go into those. These other how abouts. I just flipped it sideways, made a little note. Okay, next I've been tracking my expenses since week 11. And week 11, let's see, April started out week 14, so back in March. And income, expenses, liabilities, secret shop jobs that say they're supposed to reimburse me, and losses, like just problems. Say if I got a speeding ticket, I put, and that's a $95 ticket, I'll put $95 as a loss because that served me no purpose other than just to lose money. So losses, income, expenses, reimbursements, and I think, another one called bills. I haven't put bills in yet, but each week I've been keeping track of what I spend, and then I have this column here to kind of tally the totals. And instead of making something in this notebook, that's going to be digital. I'm going to put into an Excel spreadsheet. And I've been saying I was going to do it for the longest, and I've actually started and set up the Excel spreadsheet. It's actually on this device here, so can't show it to you because I'm recording a video, but eventually all this is going to be put into digital. And this moves to last week of what I spent while I was out. Went to Randazzo's, Walmart, bread store. What's that, like $200? Spent $200 on food in one trip. Why? Because I didn't have any transportation for like the foreseeable future. And then when I was able to get a car, I didn't know when I was going to be able to go out again. So I just bought everything I needed for like the month in one trip, one go. So I made it to 4 grocery stores. Then went to Myers because I missed some lemons. This right here, a loss. This is a good example of a loss. Loss Scion TC and $2,200. I received $2,200 because a pair, matter of fact, they're twins. One was a boy, one was a girl. Twins that were 15 years old were riding down the street at a higher than normal pace for a residential street. And they flipped their car over. And when they flipped their car over, it slid, ran into the back of my car that was parked on the side of the street. So, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, I get this kind of hysterical yell from my mother, like, hey, come outside. Come to the front, come to the front, come to the front. Went to the front. I can't even see my car. Why? Because it is a car sideways on the driver's side, covering my vehicle. And when I go look at my vehicle, it's not scratched up too bad. It's just one dent in the back, but the side mirror is completely missing. It's just hanging by a string. And upon second look, my back tire got ran into. So I think that's called a axle, a rear axle. It's a little dented. And the tire's flat. But as far as cosmetically, it's just like the rear bumper's kind of messed up. The tail light's still fine. Not broken, not shattered. But the tire, rear driver's tire, it's a little sideways. And I got some cosmetic damage to the bumper. But, fast forward. Talking to the insurance, having them evaluate it, seeing what the repairs would be. They decided that, hey, it's too much to repair. So, to me, $2,200 is not the price that driving around Michigan, the freedom to like get up and go when you need to go and not use this public transportation system to places where you can't connect to, is worth way more than $2,200. But that goes into the lost column because I don't have that anymore. So next day went to Menards, Del Taco. Went to Menards, got some mulch. Why or how? I had a pickup truck from Enterprise. That's the only thing they had available. So I went and used the truck, loaded a whole bunch of mulch in the back. $29 Menards. Okay, so haven't worked out in a while because I haven't had a vehicle. It's kind of hard to take a bus to go, an hour to get to the gym, hour to hour and a half to get to the gym. Then work out for hour and a half, or 2 hours. And then come back. A return trip, that's another 2 hours waiting on the bus. That's like 6 hours, and I've only worked out an hour and a half. So the gym, I haven't been doing that this week. But when I did, I had 4 sets. I had a leg day, a pull day, slide down a little bit, agility drill day, meaning I'm not just sitting on the bench moving around doing things like wall jumps, laying down, sprints, suicides back and forth on the court, jump ropes, ladder footwork drills, crawling, wheelbarrows, burpees, jump squats, Statue of Liberties. Those are cool. Those are hard. I'll do a video on some of these things so you can visually see what these what I look like doing these things. Jumping jacks. Then I had a push day. And that was it. So 4 different days. But now it's kind of changed to where I have a set of core exercises that I do at home, because getting to the gym is just way too time consuming and way too physically demanding to do all that. And this right here is called Gym Wisdom. This is just random things I hear people say while I'm at the gym, and I was thinking to myself, hey, I need to check into that. But since I don't have my telephone while I'm at the gym, I'm not about to stop what I'm doing and check it out. But so I'll write it down, check it out a little bit later once I'm done. Just things over here. Next right here, I was doing some secret shops, and I would write down what they were out here that I was interested in. So as I start today and do things, I can just kind of refer back to this versus going into the app, opening it up, logging in, scrolling to available jobs, then trying to move the screen over to see what the description is. It's very time consuming. It takes up a lot of time just scrolling where you could be doing. So it's good to write these out so I can see exactly like, hey, if I'm in Pontiac, I'll do this. This one's in downtown. This one's in Van Dyke. So it's good to remember that versus logging in to search every time. And then I'll write the name of the app, the name of the company, what they charge, what they're giving, what the reimbursement is, what the payout is. Just write it all out. And I did that in week 15, but it's a little time consuming doing this. It's beneficial, but it's a little time consuming also. So it's like prep work. And this right here is just all the details of the car accident, from when it happened to what I need to do after it happened, speaking with insurance agents and copying down numbers and information that they need to process everything. So did that. That got done. Kind of proud of myself. It took a few days, but I didn't have anything else to do because I couldn't go anywhere. And during that time, I looked at some other car alternatives I could, well, not could, but options, because $10,000 didn't have that. Like I said, was not expecting to just pay $10,000 for a new car. The car that I had was fine. It was, getting older. Some things needed to be fixed on it, but it worked and it ran. So I wasn't expecting it. So then I started looking at YouTube videos saying, what could I exactly get for $10,000? Didn't have it, but just wanted to see what was there. Then also looked what the alternatives were. Moved down to a video I saw that was $5,000. See what I could get. Didn't really like any of those either. Oh, and then that wonderful young lady that I spoke to at the store, she gave me some sites to check out. And I just kind of wrote them down on this page. But teaching English as a second language. So need to look into that. Haven't done it. So here we are, week 19, which is basically just this weekend of me working. This whole week, didn't spend anything. Didn't have any transportation to go out and spend anything. So just did this weekend. Income, expenses, liabilities, reimbursements, losses, and bills. Then these are just notes I took while I was working this weekend and what I needed to make sure I do in order to get there, since I didn't have any transportation, which was check the bus schedule, check the weather, because depending on the weather, I could be standing outside in the rain, I could be standing outside in the sleet. I need to know before I get out, 20 miles away from home and not be prepared. So I made sure I did that. Made a juice before I went. Didn't get around to prepping the salad. Should I bring my skateboard? Yes or no? I ended up bringing my skateboard. So to get places, you take a bus, which the bus is like a block away. It's so convenient for me. I never use it, but it's convenient. The bus pickup and bus drop-off spot is a block away. So I'm walking a block. You don't need a skateboard for that. But after I got on the bus and went to the next bus, and then went to Pontiac, and sat at their station. It was cold outside, so, and very nasty at the bus stop. So what I ended up doing was putting my feet on, off the curve, putting the skateboard on the curve, and sitting on the skateboard. So I didn't have to sit on a nasty bench. I had my skateboard, and that was my personal bench. The skateboard that I stood on, which I could just wipe the dirt off on, was much cleaner than the public bus bench. So it was good to have the skateboard. And then returning at the end of the day, coming back home, the bus stop was like across, Myers. It was like a Myers parking lot. So going across an entire Myers, it was cool to have a skateboard because I could just kick, push, couple of kicks, I'm across the whole length of a Myers store versus walking it. So it was cool to have a skateboard. And then on the way back, didn't need it. Came right back to the block away bus stop. But the second day, Sunday, of me going there, went there, Did the same thing, sat on my skateboard at the Phoenix Center. But when I came back, since it was a Sunday, buses didn't quite run the right way. So the last connecting stop to get back to the So Convenient bus stop that's a block away is 3 miles away. And Sunday at 7:30 in the evening, since it wasn't a bus, I kicked push for 3 miles. So I was very happy that I brought my skateboard. So this was just the prep day before starting the day out. So the Yes skateboard definitely helped me out. Shower, shit, shave. Couldn't shave. Dominique had my clippers. And right here I didn't pick up clippers. So this was the bus schedule to the bus schedule from. Google's pretty good about giving you the bus schedule to get there and return. It was good Saturday, but Sunday it was a little off. It was a little wrong. So I learned my lesson on that. Next page. Ha! I should read this to you. This is what I thought of while I was riding the bus. Writing this out to just like copy and paste and put on this dating website. Okay, so recently I started doing some dating websites, and they all kind of go the same way. So this is just me writing out some of my frustrations and also trying to figure out some way to put this into a attractive bio to go along with my pictures. So instead of reading it now, I need to condense it and put it together, because this is kind of long. I don't think anybody wants to read this in a dating bio, and also I don't think they give you that much space to to write this much stuff. But I'm gonna trim this down and maybe put it somewhere where I can copy or paste it and send it to the person later, because I'm kind of unhappy with these dating websites. I know it's mainly my fault, my looks and what I'm saying, so I'm not blaming the website, but just the way it tends to work out. So I'm gonna write some stuff down, have it what's the word, stock or standardized, and just have it in some form so I can just copy and paste and send it to whoever matches on my site, because they all tend to go the same way. Like, you match, you write back and forth maybe about 7 or 8 times, and then it just kind of fizzles out and dies. So I eventually want to get to this, which is asking some dating questions. So I don't want to ask that through the internet, because I kind of want to, get a feeling from the other person. I want to see them when they answer the question. So eventually, if I ever get a face-to-face, sit-down date with someone, I'm going to ask these questions. Next here, this was just what I wrote on the Sunday for notes. Week 20, that is this week. Get mom to do some cardio exercise. So oddly enough, just did that this morning. Well, laying on the ground stretching. It wasn't cardio, but it was stretching. See, get car cleaned out and power washed on 9 at Livernois. Okay, so I got to get the car mobile, which is fix the tire first, but get next car spare on and to bell tire. So car was going, they're gonna sell it at auction, but since then I've been given an automobile. So it's quite a few steps I need to do to get that drivable, but I am ecstatic and thankful. Thank the Lord that I have this available to me, because if not, my whole life would be more of this weekend of taking the bus, which, 2.5 hours on the bus, going and coming back. Yeah, it's a hard life. All right, write power IO pages. Okay, so I'll do that once I'll do it. I don't know when I'll do it, but I need to do it this week. Upload YouTube videos to private off my phone. Okay, so I got some videos on this phone. Don't have that much space, so I actually need to upload them to YouTube, but it's not going to be for everybody. But I saw as an option you can upload videos as private. So I'll do that, and then I'll have space, and I can delete the videos off of this phone. So this is my come up of sticky notes. The next, how about stuff I need to do? It would be make my life a lot better if I did. And out of these, I did take steering wheel apart and check the connections. And also make a YouTube video. Okay, so that YouTube video's up. I no longer have that car, but if you want to know how to get your cruise control working, get your horn to work, and also steering wheel controls. Oh, yeah, steering wheel controls, horn, cruise control. If you want to know how to get those three things to working, watch my previous video on steering wheel controls. That's up. See, make myself a new avatar. Yeah, so instead of the cartoon character with a hat that looks kind of 70s-ish, I got a new avatar, which is just me wearing a red apron and a white background. So that's up. So I did those two things before. And everything in here is stuff that I just haven't done yet. But I'm writing them down, and I'm going to do. I have this little band on it that makes me never go into it, but I know it's stuff that I need to do. And that brings me to the end of the flip through. This is a long flip through, but this is what's going on with Brian in the month of May, even though this says April. Now that I've actually completed this video, talked about what's going on, let you look at exactly what's in here. I will move from week 14, draw a new calendar for May, and continue on with week 20, because that's what week it is now, and then put these things into a monthly spending guide. I got a lot of work to do, but all the work that I need to do is right in front of me and in one place. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Send me something. I'll put my mail. Oh, that was almost an accident. I'll put my info if you want to mail me something, which is plenty things that I need, like sticky notes. I like sticky notes. You want to send me some sticky notes? I'll send you the P.O. box. Send me some sticky notes. But subscribe to the channel. Follow me on any of my socials. Hey, I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I don't do Facebook. So, especially since I don't do Facebook, I don't know how people are going to see this video. So, please share this video. Help me out. And I can't think of too much else. Just check the description. I'll put some updated things in there that I haven't said on video, but this is an interactive website, interactive video. You know who I am. You know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you do. What I've been up to recently. But making these videos to help people out. And if you'd like to help me out, I need your help. Check the description. Figure out a way. Send me some funds. Send me just something in the mail. Write me a letter. Let me know. Let me know that you actually watched this and enjoyed it. So signing off. This is the YouTube handle, and that's it. This is the second Flip With Me walkthrough. Thanks for sticking into it. I don't really know how to sign off, but that's the end of it. Got to come up with a sign off moniker. Peace and hair grease. Over and out. How about this? Bye. All right, take care, folks.